Hello everybody, I am Dara Joy Amonreal. For my part, I am going to discuss the rules of thumb in lead writing. The first rule tells us that we have to include the most important of the 5 W's and H, particularly the who, what, and when. So before writing a lead, you need to ask the fundamental questions of news writing. Ask the 5 W's and 1 H. Why are readers clicking on this content? What problem are they trying to solve? What's new or different? Another thing is, do not bury the lead. Bury the lead means that you have failed to mention the most important or interesting part of a story right at the beginning. In order to avoid this, we have to follow the inverted pyramid. In journalism, the inverted pyramid refers to a story structure in which the most important points are delivered at the top of the story, and you can leave the less important information for the second or third sentences in your article. Okay, so next, the lead should be simple and brief. Keep the lead to 17 to 35 words. For example, 2 more Marines face criminal charges over a 2011 YouTube video showing members of a scout sniper platoon urinating on the corpses of Taliban fighters in Afghanistan. This lead contains 27 words. There is a clear subject, which is the 2 more Marines. There is also a clear time, 2011, and it is clear what the article is going to be about. Moving on to the third rule. Start with facts. Do not start with when or where, unless such information weighs the heaviest importance. Focus on the action. Begin your lead with who or what questions, such as what is the situation all about, and who caused the situation to happen. Moving on. All news articles should be forceful. In order to be forceful, the main verb should be embedded within the first 6 words. For example, fire destroyed the house on Main Street early Monday morning. The verb destroyed expresses the main what of the story. There are no other verbs in front of destroyed, so destroyed is the lead's first verb. Next, keep it up to date. Use the correct tense and active verbs. For example, writing a grizzly bear chased 4 campers through the forest is better than 4 campers were chased by a grizzly bear. An active verb will make the lead lively and interesting. Passive verbs, on the other hand, always includes forms of the verb to be, such as were, is, was, being, and more. It can sound uninteresting and leave out important information. Also, use precise language. If it is a grizzly bear, use grizzly bear, not just bear or animal. But if you're in doubt, it is recommended to consult a grammar book or bring a pocket book or grammar rules. You have to remember that being accurate and correct are the foundations of journalism. Okay, so next, your lead should not carry your gratuitous opinion. Indicate the person or the source from whom such opinionated statement came from. So there are 2 ways to give credits to the source of the material that you use in your article. First is attributing information. Attribution is a reference indicating the source of some bit of information. The reporter must indicate in the article where material was obtained from. It may come from an interview, court documents, the census, a website, or more. So, for example, you want to present an information coming from a document. It will be written like this. In a 500-page government report, investigators compiled evidence that the army had committed crimes against humanity. All information in a news article must be attributed to the source where the reporter got his or her information. For example, the housing crisis is growing out of control, Bernanke said. When attributing a direct quote, always use the verb said and never any other verb such as explained, whispered, and others. Cut off non-essential details. News writing or reporting is straight to the point. Writing concisely involves avoiding redundancies. Redundancy is when you use words or phrases in the same sentence that mean the same thing. For example, a 17-year-old boy chased his pet squirrel up a tree in Washington Square Park, 2 p.m. mid-afternoon. So, do not make the readers work too hard. Avoid clutter and cut right to the fundamental point of the news story. So finally, good reporting will lead to good leads. If your reporting is incomplete, that will often show up in a weak lead. So, if you find yourself struggling to come up with a decent lead, or your lead just doesn't seem strong, make sure that your reporting is thorough and there aren't unanswered questions or missing details, and keep practicing. As the saying goes, practice makes perfect. That's all for this report. I hope that you understand a lot of things. So thank you for listening.